we're gonna have low beams on high and low beam, and what? No. What's up everyone? So today we are working on the R1. So I was having some issues where it was blowing a fuse and I would lose all my headlights and my dash lights, everything would go out. So did some diagnosing, put another fuse in it, popped immediately. Decided that I would try pulling out the HID ballasts because I had one that was giving me some issues with occasionally lighting, occasionally not. So I thought maybe that would be the issue that I was having, was possibly something to do with those HID ballasts. Maybe 8 years ago that I installed these. So they worked for a really long time, they were really good. But in that time period, the LEDs have just gotten amazing and there's no reason to not run LEDs anymore. I've got LEDs in the high beam because obviously you turn your high beams on, you want them to be instant on because of their HID. You flip them on and they start to warm up. You're already through the corner you needed them for. So we've got these Hikari LEDs that we're going to install on the low beam. So we're going to have LEDs on high beam and low beam, and they should be nice and bright. These are one of their higher end models. I will put a link in the description so you guys can grab a set of these if you need them. These are an H7, I believe. Yep, H7. So these are an H7 bulb, which is what I need for my low beams. So we'll start pulling everything off and we will get these installed. While I'm at it, I am going to replace these bolts. I don't know if you guys can see that from there very well. I'll get you guys closer so you can see. These are a black anodized bolt, but with sun over time, they just get bleached to kind of a brown color or goldish color. Bronze? I don't know. They're a different color. They're not black anymore. And then same with my double bubble screen. So it has gotten sun bleached over a matter of time. I don't remember when I put that on, but it's not really black anymore. So we've got a new screen to put on there, which I'll show you guys as we're doing it. So that's probably close enough there that you guys can see that those are all bronze. And you can see, you probably see that from back there very easily, but that's kind of gray now, not black anymore. Here's the new H7 bulbs. They are pretty small. Most of the fans and the heat sinks and stuff on these are actually quite large. These are really quite small. So we'll see if it causes any trouble actually installing them, see if we have to modify anything. So I'll try and get it set up where you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, but this cap right here needs to come off so that you can get underneath here. You can see I did modify these, so there's a hole in them so that the HID parts could pass through there, which I might just leave that grommet in there, but we'll see what I need to do to get these to work. And something to keep in mind while you guys are doing this, LEDs are most of the time, not always, but most of the time, they are polarity specific. So they care what side is in what side for like your positive and your negative. So keep that in mind while you guys are doing this. And see if we get this thing to go around. I need to see if I can get this retainer to go around this guy. While you guys are dealing with these caps, there is usually a couple tabs on here. Let me get the light out of the way. There's usually a couple tabs on here. You can see the one next to my thumb, one next to my finger there, and there is one on that other side there. They are, there's two that are the same size and one that's larger on my particular bike. You need to obviously line those up properly. So make sure you're getting those lined up properly or you won't be able to get on. This will be helpful for you guys. So while I was messing around with it, I found out that it's got two little rubber gaskets right there, and this slides out of the section that needs to be in the retainer. So just get this out of your way completely. These also do come with these little harnesses because It will plug directly in here if you have the space, but with that plastic cover that we got to put back on, there just isn't the space to cover that. So we'll end up having to use this, and we'll plug it into there. Well, it looks like this cover actually touches the back of it, so I'm gonna have to cut this hole bigger so that it actually fits over that fan. Before I do that, I'm gonna get to the other side. We'll get that one all installed. That way we can check that everything works, and then we'll worry about these caps. You guys should be able to see the one on this side much better. On those little retainers, for anyone who hasn't used them before, so this wire right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can get you down in there a little better. Okay, so this wire, it just goes into a clip that's right here. So all you have to do to get that out is just push it downward. So push it downward and it just rotates out. So you'll get that out of the way so you can put your bulb in there. Now we'll fire up the bike and see if they work. Now we know that those work. We got to work on these, make that hole bigger. I got a glove. I don't want this to go through my hand. I worked on that one. Now we should do the same on this one. Now we've got those back in there. I will probably take some black silicone and just kind of fill around the edges here. Not that I really need to, I just don't really want to get a bunch of water in there. I mean, might get a little bit of something going on with the fan, but I don't want to just have it completely open like that. So I'll probably put some black silicone just to seal that up. So this is the new windshield. It is just like an eBay special. There's nothing fancy about it. It's not a name brand, but I thought it looked nice, and it's actually black. Got a new set of hardware for it, so they're nice and black again. They are just an Allen, and it does come with the well nuts. So we'll put the well nuts in, we'll slide the windshield behind, we'll put those nuts through. And it does come with those little plastic washers as well. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but there's a little plastic washer on there to help protect your plastics, which I'm actually gonna clean these up a little because there is little marks where the old hardware has been sitting for a really long time. So I'm gonna see if I can clean those up a little bit. Then we'll put these in. They're really simple. They just go into the holes, and then when you thread the bolt into there, it actually squeezes it, so it makes it larger on the backside. That's how it pulls it in. I wanted to let you guys see how well these really light up the road. They have a really nice cutoff line, so I don't have to worry about blinding oncoming traffic, but they do a really good job of illuminating the road in front of you. And then the high beams, you can see they do a really good job as well. So I'm really happy with these lights. And as you look down the road there, you can see how much it illuminates that stop sign and the next one and the next one. Hopefully that was helpful for some of you guys that maybe want to do this on your own bikes, or maybe you're even doing it on your car and just thought this might be a helpful video. It is insane how much brighter they are. They are even brighter than the HIDs that I had before. So I'm looking forward to really getting this thing up into a canyon, seeing how much this really improves how much I can see, especially with this generation of R1, because when I turn on the high beams, all four will be on at the same time. And that's a lot of light. Hopefully you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you guys very soon.